Hello from Teenagers YouTube channel. This is Sifu from Untitled Dragons YouTube channel. And again, just another shout out if you guys are new to this channel and you like my Taoism, Taoist Magic talk show, remember to go and subscribe to my primary channel for these things, the Untitled Dragons YouTube channel. You can check the link below to see where it is, and you can also search up on Google, YouTube, and basically type our name there and you can see it. Okay, now let's get into the topic today, which it's kind of funny. Okay, I'm going to talk about the how the theory of statues work, okay, in Taoist Magic, Daoism, and such like that. And because a lot of people have been looking at my altar at the back right here, and people are always asking the same question, so I have to make this a lecture. Okay, so most people are asking, who are those on your altar? Who? Who are those on your altar? Like as if most people, like the common kind of understanding is, oh, you're praying to something, you're worshiping something. There is some kind of like spiritual people, okay, entity, something like that, that you're dealing with, okay? Now, that is not true, okay? Let me explain what is statue in short. A statue is a statue. Okay? A statue is just a statue, okay? Now, a statue is not something that we use to worship and pray to whatever stuff out there, okay? The real meaning and the real usage of statue is about the same as how we use a sword, a fan, whatever, like shoes, anything. It's just a object, okay? And it is a magic tool. It's a tool, okay? It's a tool. Now, you will not understand how do you use a statue. Like, do you take it and then hit people with it? You take it and put it on, like on the table, like something, you know, whatever. How do you use the statue? It's just placed there. How do you use it, right? Well, let me tell you. Statue is a dead object, okay? Now, in Taoist Magic, we understand, I already explained, okay? There in the 9-star theory that we explained, okay? There are 3 essential things for anything to happen. We call that 1 white, 2 black, and 5 yellow. Now, this is not like yellow, black as in the color. It's it's like just a name, okay, that represents that type of stuff. Number 1 white is anything that is in the light category, okay? It's a complete form of anything. Like, let's say, I got a book, okay? That's a complete book. I am a complete human being, okay? Anything that is complete, it's considered the light, okay? Light category. So anything, basically, you can say anything in this world that you can see, okay, with your eyes, that is a bunch of light in front of you, okay? Now, the second one is black, 2 black. Black is the opposite of white, and it absorbs the white, okay? You can say all human being on the outside is white because we have a bunch of light, okay, that we absorb, right? But the inside is black, okay? Because the inside is full of absorbing, digesting, that kind of power in there. Okay, it's like a bunch of energy that can consume the light. Okay, that is considered black. So you can say, okay, that air is a nice example of this black. You put anything in air, it will start to age and deteriorate with time. The air eats it up. Okay, very simple. Well, but the thing is, okay, you got 1 white, 2 black. In order for these 2 things to start flowing and the white to go into the black, there is a number 5 element, which we could call the D5 yellow. This element is the color of creation that represents creation, meaning it is like the kind of energy from your energy heart, the sum right here, okay, the heart. Some people call that your mind, okay. Now you can say, without this heart energy, you will not want to do anything. You will not want to eat anything. Okay, when you're in coma, you don't want to eat, you don't want to do anything, you don't want to consume anything into your body. Okay, when you're alive, you want to put things into yourself, right? You want to put things into your body by all kinds of methods. For example, you can be eating, you can be looking. Okay, now looking is a form of consuming, because when you look, you consume the light of stuff. You are absorbing that light through your eyes, and it goes into your brain, and you can see, then you can remember, right? So you have consumed the light of these things when you look at it. When you hear, okay, listen, sound, it goes into your head, and your head will remember what you heard. So it also goes to the brain and your memory, right? And because of that, it creates new feeling, okay, new heart energy right here. I look at something, I have a feeling. I heard something, I got a feeling. It's instant, very fast. Now, without this mind energy, then you have no feeling without a heart, right? Then you can what? Well, then you can see, if I don't have a heart, okay, I will not be having any feeling, just like the dead object, the statue. Now, the statue then can act like a container. It can contain the stuff that I want to give it. Okay, whenever I want to give it anything, it will just contain. Because the statue is now like a form of black. It's an empty shell. Okay, just like a jar. And you can put things into it. When you put things into it, because of the different shape, color, properties of this statue, like the container looks different. Okay, it will create a different product for you. Okay, now it's like, you can say these are like jelly molds. Okay, you have a bear jelly mold, you have a SpongeBob, you have whatever. Okay, all kinds of different shapes. Now, when you put the same stuff in it, okay, these stuffings will be shaped into this and this and this. Okay, very, very cool. When you are a kid, do you remember playing with dolls, robots, Barbie, that kind of stuff, okay? Stuffed animals, that kind of stuff, right? This is a very, very natural reaction that we know and our wisdom bring us, which is when you want your, let's say, you want your kid to be, let's say, as brave as a superhero, whatever it is, okay? You will buy him a doll of the superhero. And then, look at the superhero, he's so strong. Now the kid is scared of the dark, scared of this, scared of that. You tell him, don't worry, look at this, very strong, muscular man, right? Now you look at this muscular man, you look, okay? And instantly, the kid don't know anything, okay? The kid don't know any Taoism theory, whatever it is, okay? The kid just look at this thing and he feel calm already. Why? Well, because kids are stupid? Because they just believe anything? No, okay? It's not. Kids are not stupid. It's just because kids react to energy much better than adults sometimes. They are more like sensitive to energies of these type. Just like saying kids are very sensitive with their feelings because their heart energy right here, okay, is right here. Their energy outside of the heart that protects the heart is still not as developed and as thick like that wall. It's not as thick as an adult. So when you talk to kids, it's very easy to hurt their feeling, because if you want to pin something through that balloon and into this little bomb inside, okay, compared to adult is much harder to poke all that, like all through all these distance and into here. Now the kid is very small, as you can see, right? The energy field is thinner. It's very easy to poke into here. When the kid is internally, like the organs and stuff is weak, it's even easier to harm them. So at the same time, they're sensitive to energies and feelings. But at the same time, you can see kids react to these things very easily. You give them a doll, right? A robot, superhero, whatever it is. Look how strong it is. Da, da, da. You tell them, okay? Tell them about the superhero. That is, they're hearing, receiving this wind element, okay? Wind element, remember. And then when they look at the doll, okay, or they watch the cartoon, watch the movie of Superman, whatever it is, okay, watch, all that light is absorbed through the eyes into the brain. Now combined with the sound and also the story that you told them that they got from the hearing, okay, both things combined, light and wind, light and energy, like the one and black, okay, sorry, 1 and 2 element, they combine into here, and it combines into here. It will then change their feeling right here. This is the heart energy. It creates a new feeling for them. Okay. Now, because of this circulation, right? It goes from here down here, and then they digest it. They forget it for a while. Whenever they encounter something, let's say they are afraid of the dark, right, at night, and then you want to calm them down, like maybe they're scared of the thunderstorm or something like that. Okay. Now you want to calm them down. You give them this. This is their pal. Okay. This little doll. Okay. You tell them, hey, look at this little doll. It's going to help you. Don't worry. It's here. Now they know that this is a dead object. It's not going to help them. Okay. You are not scamming your kid. You're just telling them, oh, calm down. This is okay. Okay. You got this. Why do you think giving them this thing will calm them down? You don't understand, but you know how to do it already. This is a natural reaction, natural magic that we understand. We don't understand how it works. Most of people don't understand how it works, okay, because you don't study it. But you already know how it's done. You take this thing, you give it to them, they look, and they will instantly retrieve that memory from here, and it comes back out. And then it brings out all the memory right here. Okay, it's the feeling that right here. It look, and then right here triggers up. Okay, and it sends a message out of the body and to here, and right here it will retrieve all that graphics and the sound, and it brings back the feeling, and they're calm because it's a bunch of light and energy, number 1 and number 2 element that got stored inside their body. And when they look at this thing, this gives them a little bit of it, and it retrieves all that stuff. So if you want your kid to really have a powerful, let's say, superhero doll, okay, you will take them to watch a lot of movies about that superhero. Let's say Batman, okay? So not saying that whichever superhero is more powerful here, okay? But, you know, let's say a Batman, okay? Batman. You want a kid to believe, okay, that this doll, Batman, is going to help them, whatever, calm them down in any kind of situation. Okay? You will bring them to watch a lot of things and make them become a Batman fans. Okay? They will watch all the movie, the games, and all that kind of interaction, you know, and they know it's fake. Okay? Your kid will know this is fake. But at the same time, when anything that will scare them that happens, okay, and like maybe some robbers or something come to your house, okay, they're freaked out. You give them this Batman doll, they hold it in hand, touching, okay? They look, and then instantly, because of that light, bounces off this container, okay? All that energy go in and retrieve all that, what we call the pre-heaven energy inside their body. And it brings out all that stuff back in and fill their heart up. And that will bring the energy back out. It makes them strong, spiritually wise. It makes them stronger. It's not because Batman himself. It's because of this little container that he always look and talk to it and and play with it and all that stuff. Okay, because of that interaction, he stored up a lot of those energy that is in the same profile Batman into here. This doll stores all that energy, and when he look at it, energy bounce off and the light come up and the power goes in the body and it just flows. And that's how the normal people use statue. Now there are different types of statues though. Okay, there are animal, including creatures. Okay, so not human being, and there are human being. It's a different feeling. Okay, when you give the kids statues of animals or any kind of creatures, something like that, okay, animal type, they will know instantly in their heart, they will understand this is like the characteristic of how this creature, like they will understand the internal power of the creature, the character inside, okay? It's more related to the inside, like how the creature acts and its characteristic, that kind of stuff, okay? Now, having animals related stuff, even like a tiger's hat or a bear's glove, something like that, okay? All kinds of stuff like relating to creatures and animals. It's more like adding power, okay? They are related to the power, the internal working force, that kind of category, okay? That's what people will understand right away. Look at it, okay? You look at a snake, you will instantly know the power of the snake. You look at a tiger, you instantly feel, oh, the rah, that kind of power. Instantly, okay? The animals in this world give you the first impression, it's characteristic, it's power. Like, oh, bunny, jump. Okay, chicken, and then egg. Ooh, right? Different kinds of animals give you their characteristic. Okay? Now, when it comes to human being, it's different. When it comes to a human figure is a different category. Okay? Animals is responsible for internal working power. Human figures are responsible for creation and doing work, that kind of force. It's about exposing the internal power to create something new. Okay? That's always the case. You look at the statue and it's always giving you that kind of vibe. It's all about some kind of creation kind of stuff. Doing, okay? Doing things, making things like that. So, because you see, human being, we all have like, when you look at human being, you always think of a job for the human being, right? Look at this human being. It's a Batman. So what's the job of a Batman? Okay, we all have a job. This is a lumber guy. Okay, his job is to chop wood, right? The job means that is what he is doing. A doer. Okay, that's what human being does. A doer, using up the internal resources to do stuff and create something new. Right? Oh, this is a builder. Lego builder. Okay? Very simple, right? Oh, this is a chef. See? Every human being gives you a kind of a figure, gives you the kind of feeling about what they are supposed to do, right? You look at them, army man. Okay? This is an army man. And then you give it to the kid know. They know how to play, right? Instantly. You give them a Barbie, they don't know how to play army, right? You need to give them the right guy for them to play with the right character. You see, that is very natural, okay? Supernatural. Now, this theory is universal. It is not about just Taoism, okay? When you look at a figure, first of all, what is needed? There's a story behind this figure, okay? There's a story. What the story does? Story contains two things. One is the light and one is the energy. The light part is such as the text that you can see, the movie you can see, the words that you can read, etc. Okay? And then the energy is the meaning inside these words and the sound and the meaning inside the pictures and stuff like that, which you can hear and feel and all that stuff. Okay? So let's say we are non-stop watching Batman right now, okay? Now this, because you watch all the movies, now when you look at the Batman figure, it can retrieve all that memory inside you, and all the power of Batman is felt at once when you look at it. Oh, you understand. Yes, it is fake, but do you remember its power? You do, right? It brings out the power of Batman inside your mind. Okay? This is the mind energy. And what happened is, because Batman is very powerful, right? When that energy goes to your mind, it will become your potential energy for the mind. That means you can be as strong as Batman. Not saying that, of course, you're not going to have the physical ability of Batman, but it boosts your limit toward that direction. It makes you more like, oh, Batman, right, I want to go there. And you boost your limit toward whatever Batman is supposed to do, right? It encourages you, right? That's basically a very simple explanation of how statues work in this world. So with all these statues all around the world, okay, you see different religions have different statues. Before any, like we talk about any like worshipping of deities and spirits and mediums kicking in, okay? How does any culture start their statues and worship and stuff like that? Well, most of the time it started with people who don't understand how things work in nature. So they're hopeless, right? They have a hopeless life. Very, very sad, very tragic, hungry, poor and all that stuff. And they have no way to help themselves. So people then invent all kinds of stories telling people fake stuff. And they invent stories, myths, and stuff like that, and tell you, some gods and some whatever. And all these things just give people hope. It's fake, just like seeing Batman, okay? It's fake, but it brings them hope. And after a while, these things, they will be, there will be art, like pictures. People will be drawing and shaping statues and stuff like that of these characters inside these stories. Now these stories then shape up a bunch of specific character for this god or whatever it is, okay? Now it doesn't matter if this thing is real or fake. It can be fake, okay? It's just like Batman. But everyone who listened to it a lot, watched it a lot, all that idea and this stuff will stamp into their mind. Okay, now when you look at this whatever god statue again, instantly your mind understand. It retrieved the whole thing back up. Okay, now when people start worshiping and praying, they are non-stop going to contribute their own mind energy, this energy inside here. Okay, they're contributing the thing toward the same character, the same profile. What happened is everything gets stored inside that statue, that picture. And as they go on and on and on, okay, this statue will have a lot of different people's energy, mind energy put into there. Okay, now just like some very famous people in history, they will have a statue somewhere in the country, right? Everyone look at it and they look. Okay, all you have to do is you look, you remember, and then because of that you go like that. Okay, or you look and wow, like this. Now when you go there and look, what is happening is you are also giving off a bit of your light, your energy inside, your mind energy, your intention toward this statue. And basically what happened is the statue gather up everyone's energy with this profile of a shape that will shape up a certain pattern of energy. Like, let's say Batman, okay? The pattern of Batman is to, he can kick the bad guy's ass and such like that, okay? You understand what he does. There's always a pattern, right? Now this pattern of, this patterned energy will accumulate over time. Now when people think these gods and whatever is going to help them, they will then invent a way to request this god or whatever to help them. And because of this pattern, okay, it's like Batman. Batman's pattern is to kick bad guys' ass, okay? They always kick the bad guys' ass. So when you need help to kick bad guys' ass, you ask Batman for help, okay? And Batman will be like, okay. So you know Batman is fake, but you ask the statue for help. You grab the energy from the statue. Now these pattern energy is taken out and they will store into some kind of stuff for you. For example, someone gave you some water and Batman energy is stored inside here. This energy then will go to you and you take this water and drink it. You take this water and sprinkle over yourself and you get that energy added into yourself. So there's two things being done. One is people are accumulating their mind energy to these containers. And the container shapes up everything into a certain profile, a kind of like a patterned energy. Okay, they're neutral. And then later on, a bunch of people will turn into the other party for asking for help. Okay, getting things from the statue. Now these people who get the stuff from the statue will have a boost with that kind of property, that kind of energy, adding potential to their stuff. And then when they see that, oh, this is really working, I got a bit of help and I feel different, right? It's the mind energy. It makes you feel different. So you feel different. And then these people will spread the news. And then they will contribute more. And because of that, okay, this stuff goes on and on. Many people will think, oh, Batman must be real. And then they keep giving more and keep giving more. And then some people will know how to request and they request more, right? So basically, this is how it goes, okay? So there are things going in, things coming out, and basically that's how statue works all over the world. No matter what religion it starts like that, okay? Basically, that's how human works. Now, the problem is, these containers are not secured and you can be looted by spiritual entities, meaning like other beings in the other dimensions that you cannot see. And a lot of religion have this issue and they end up with possession. Okay? People are very dedicated toward that statue, their god or whatever it is, okay? That kind of deity, whatever it is, okay? It can be real or fake, whatever. I'm not going to debate with that, but the key is when you get out of control, you get possessed. These spirits will take over and claim, I am your Batman, okay? I am your God. I am your whatever it is. And then they will put their energy, their soul will go over the people. And there goes the mediumship. Mediumship then kicked in. People get possessed and they think, wow, Batman came, Batman really came, wow, wow, wow. And people get amazed and amused and entertained. And then these spiritual hijackers, okay, you can say that they're like aliens, and they will put on a nice show for you. Such as, you see, some crooked offshoots of Taoism. They will be doing tons of demonstration, like cutting themselves, beating themselves with some kind of sticks and swords and all that stuff, okay, showing you, oh, I'm not afraid of pain and all that crazy shit, okay, you understand. So all these offshoots are like that. They will be putting on a bunch of monkey shows and let you see this is the real shit. And basically, you know what, at first when it started, it wasn't that bad because you were just like people worshiping Batman and then asking help from your own energy, or like we are all saving a bank of energy into some kind of container and then you get it out, right? That's okay. But the problem is you don't understand. It's like, okay, we all know how to make fire, right? So everyone try to make fire together and get a campfire going. Everybody gets some heat, okay? Now we all get the heat from this fire. Very happy. But the problem is you don't understand fire. So people don't understand fire. They keep building the fire. One day the fire get out of control. Because you put something wrong inside there. Because there is someone around who throw a can of whatever gas in there and an explosion came out, right? You don't understand things. You keep doing it. You don't understand. You will get in trouble. So this kind of statue banking, okay, like putting money into the bank. Statue banking method. So all these statues banking method is not a problem at first, but when it gets like more crazy and viral and stuff like that, you know, people get big, right? When your amount of money there is like a huge amount, it attracts looters, thieves, robbers, pirates, right? So you attract So when the stuff get bigger, especially religion, when it get big, okay, there's a lot of energy. Now, other beings in other dimensions, other realms, other worlds will see your lootable resources. Now they will come and loot. That's what happened. So these spiritual stuff, the hijackers come over and they will do all kinds of things to make you convince you, okay? Make you understand and believe that they are your long-wanted Batman. Okay? That's what happened. And then you believe them, they pass on some kind of knowledge to you, and basically that's how everything screws up. So when you look at any kind of like religion, occult, and whatever it is, when it comes to mediumship, they're screwed. Because when you cannot control yourself as a human being, and you have to be controlled by others, meaning that you depend on some external spirit beings, okay, to be your boss. That means you are going to be their slave. Okay? If you are not making them happy, all your power is gone. You don't make them happy, you are going to be in a disastrous life because they're going to make you feel very bad. Okay? They're going to screw your life up. Basically, when people are being a medium of something, they are actually being controlled by that thing, and they don't get to say no. Personally, I have witnessed people getting possessed, which is one of my disciples, his relative, got possessed. And in their culture, they think that being possessed is something very fun and very good, something very high level. You are the gifted one. That's why you get possessed. But in fact, it's not. And what happened is that relative don't even get to control when to get possessed. So you can be all of a sudden eating your noodle and then you storm out and you are done. Okay? One day you're eating your noodle in the middle of the noodle eating and you're possessed. It can't be as crazy like that. And there's no cure with any medicine and anything. When you're possessed, you are not curable because you're being controlled by another thing. And the other thing is not going to react to anything much. So basically, people will certify them and lock them up and say these are crazy people. But yeah, they act crazy, but they're not really crazy. They are actually possessed. They're not the original person anymore. Okay? Now, these things will also pretend your hero for you, like your god. So you see a lot of Chinese culture. They believe this. No, they don't believe, but they know that there's a novel called Journey to the West, and it's about like a monkey and a pig and a monk. These people going on a journey. Okay. Now this monkey in the novel is very famous for being a warrior. Okay. He's always fighting and beating up crap out of the demons and stuff like that. So this guy got famous in the novel, and you know what? There are all kinds of crazy occult in Chinese culture, worshipping this thing and think that this is the real thing. Just like I said, worshipping Batman. But these guys worship the Monkey King. So after a while, you see, okay, right now there's tons of so-called temple with people being possessed, and then they will pretend the Monkey King for you. They put on the costume, and then they go and jump, and all of a sudden, when you get possessed, because the spirit that got in, okay, it's going to want you to believe that the real Monkey King is here. So they will do all kinds of things with your body to make everyone else believe. So they will do the rolls and the jump and pretend, like that. And basically, they put on a show. And because you believe that this is the real guy coming here, you will do anything. You contribute. You give food. You give more, right? When you give all the energy, like these spirits, they don't want your food, but they want the energy, the soul energy inside you. So you guys to go burn incense and stuff like that, okay, pray and things, okay? All these energies gather up and back to the statue, it's all gone to this guy. It's all gone to this hijacker, okay? Now what happened is the person who got possessed, always this case, okay? They get possessed, right? After the possession is done, the show is over, the spirits go out and they're all drained. They're all, and the whole day they feel like crap. Okay, that's the life of a real medium. Basically, that's what happened. Real medium is like that. You're like a slave of a spirit. When the spirit is gone, you feel like a piece of shit lying there. Basically, you're emptied because your soul energy is also gone. Okay, now up to this point, I hope you understand that statue itself is not really the problem. It's because you open a statue like a piggy bank, okay? You keep putting stuff in there, but you don't know how it works. It worked, but you don't know how it worked, and you don't know how to protect it from different things outside that can take your resources. So let's say you are a fan of this General Kwan, okay? The general with the long mustache and the big blade, okay? You buy a statue like that and you keep burning incense and things like that. Do it yourself, right? DIY. Well, basically at first there's nothing going to happen and it's fine. You can be, opening your own altar and doing all that stuff. It won't hurt. But by the time you have enough resources and you look kind of juicy, these people from the other worlds will know. They will understand that, oh, there's a dumbass here, putting out money in their balcony. Now it's time to get some loot, like goblins coming, okay? So they will be looting your altar. And then soon you will what? You will start to, number one, you will see visuals or you will be hearing voices. Either one, okay? Which one comes first? And then you will be seeing signs of this thing telling you it's working. You will see the statue like some kind of illusion, but it's not illusion. It's like really you start to stare at the statue, and you see the statue's eyes is rolling, giving you a smile, all that kind of stuff, and it just starts to make you believe that something is here. When your heart agrees that this is here, you start to talk to it like it's real, you will be screwed. Okay? You agreed to be screwed. So basically, the act of having a statue at first is not a problem. But just like anything in this world, you know how to cook and you know how to store up food. That's great, right? You put a lot of food in your kitchen and it smells great, okay? But if you don't know how to take care of it, you attract tons of bugs, worms, all kind of stuff will come eat your food because you don't know how to protect them, right? Now, with a proper altar, proper training, proper cultivation, our statue are protected, and you program the different parts of the statue for exactly what you want to create. What is the property of this energy, and you understand every part of it because you program it. You create the statue. Okay, so you can see behind me. Okay, there's like 3 statues in the center. These are the Samqing. You can watch my other video on the 3 pure ones. This is not about any old men. This is just a container, and they are to contain a bunch of energy that I will be storing in every day, and they will shape the property of the Samqing, which I just did explain in the other video. So when I need these energy, I will be taking out of the container, but at the same time, I have a lot of protection going on here. There's tons of stuff to protect the altar from being looted. So if people want to take away your energy, steal your energy, they will be blocked off because I have all kinds of things here, okay? It's like your computer. You have a lot of nice program photos and all that stuff, right? If you don't install your firewall, your antivirus and stuff like that, you're gonna get hacked. Same to anything in this world. You got a lot of valuable things, it attracts robbers. Same to this. What do you think, right? Same. So when you need to, if you want to have statue, you want to have an altar, you need protection for the altar. The altar don't work without protection. Just like anything in this world. Like you put food in the kitchen, you don't protect them, you get bugs. Very simple, right? So that is the whole concept behind statue in Taoist magic, and especially in our lineage, okay? They are all containers that contains your energy, your pre-heaven energy every day. And every day we put in things, and then when we need them, they will output things for us. And while they sit on the altar, they will act like 3 or 4 big light bulbs shining out. So they are also a protection device for the altar as well. You can say why are they like light bulbs? Well, because they're solid, right? So the outside of them reflects light, right? They gives off the color when light bounce, right? So they give off light. When they give off light, this pattern, okay, this is the nature pattern. Like they give off light, they give off their energy inside, meaning the energy that you stored into them. Every day you store something into them. While light goes here, it and gives off the light, and because of this light giving off, it will repel the negative stuff, the not good stuff, meaning the spiritual looters and stuff like that who are coming to grab stuff. It repels them. And also we have the altar fu and all that stuff taped there for protection and all that stuff. There's a lot of things that we do every day to put in stuff and to protect them and to make them stronger and such like that. When you are doing magic work, for example, doing a fu or ceremony for exorcism and stuff like that, you need help with a certain kind of energy, certain kind of help. You will be pulling things out of these statues. They will be the one to help you with your work. If you don't have statues, it's like, okay, you have a kitchen, but you don't have a fridge, you don't have a drawers, there's no storage, right? Statues are storage of your pre-heaven energies. And the shape, the way we program them or consecrate the statue is to program what these pre-heaven energy will be shaped up into. It's like a bunch of patterned energy. What kind of pattern is going to be shaped like this, okay? So there's a lot of theories that can be useful in decoding the meaning of different statues. You don't have to read the novel and understand the character and all that stuff because they're not Batman, okay? But if you understand how we use the theory of nature, what we call the 9-star and the 3-system theory in our lineage, you can decode every statue just by looking at their outside, and you will understand what pattern it is actually like right here, and what it would do for you. Like what would this statue be good for and such, okay? But basically the main concept between the difference between us and normal people, the perceived version of statue is most people think you're worshiping some kind of spirit and stuff like that. But in reality, in us, okay, we don't. Okay, we're not worshiping, we're not praying. This is a container, we put stuff in it, and it's for our future to use, and it's for you to cook up different kinds of essence and energy in these containers. So they have stuffings done inside, they have a lot of work done outside, and a lot of work to consecrate or activate a statue. And all that stuff is to make sure that it is going to function as what we want it to do. So you don't just buy a statue and just go like that, okay? There's a lot of magic work involved, hours of work. And then every day you do things to purify, to cultivate it, and then later you can have things to use, right? But the wrong side is when you don't have protection and stuff, your statue goes crazy and get looted by these outsiders. Then you will get into the spirit and stuff coming in, that kind of stuff, and that is basically the beginning of a disaster. So basically most people think that statues are for worshiping and, you know, praying to some kind of deities, but actually that root is when it goes wrong. That is what happened, okay? When it's not, like, it's still under control and it's not going wrong, you will not have any kind of deities and stuff like that interacting with you, okay? Now, one little thing at the end I want to add is the pre-heaven energy that we put into the altar every day. It will contain the 1 white and the 2 black and also the 5 yellow. Okay, it will contain all 3 elements. Now watch my other video on the 9-star theory to understand what I'm talking about. Because we put in all these stuff into the statue for saving, right? These things will all have your own mind energy, the 5 yellow. Okay, so you can imagine it's like you're splitting a bit of your heart, your mind, into these things. Now later on in the more advanced stage, you will be able to connect and communicate with these statues because they have a bit of your own mind energy. So when you communicate and put in your mind energy to something and you give it to here, this will also respond back to you in a way. and you will understand what the statue is trying to tell you, because your mind energy and this mind energy is the same. You can connect and understand and communicate with the statue like that in the future. So that is a future, more advanced stage, and it's very different from a magic statue versus your little Batman or Barbie, stuff like that. Okay, but basically that's how it works. And everyone, when you're young and when you're still a kid, you all know how statue work. But it's just too simple, and you don't see the pattern, you don't understand how it goes, and well, that's why. Okay, now some people might even experiment or experienced the communication part. I'm not sure how many of you actually tried, but especially girls are more sensitive to this. Sometimes they have been talking to their teddy bear for a long time. They really like their teddy bear, and one day when they look at their teddy bear, just look and think inside their mind, you will, like these little girls and stuff will hear like the teddy bear is trying to tell them something. Inside they feel the teddy bear is talking to them. Well, if that is the case, that is basically close to what I'm trying to say here. It's very close, because this little girl put a lot of her own heart energy into the teddy bear every day, and maybe she sleep with it too. So the energy harmonize and combine together. Later on, when it gets very strong, you can sense this energy, and this energy can sense each other, and you will feel that the teddy bear is talking to you, but actually there's no spirit. It's just your own energy talking back to your own energy. So basically that's what happened. And if that's the case, it means that your teddy bear is very strong, but at the same time you don't have the proper protection and all that stuff to it. So one day, if by chance there's some kind of evil crap around, some spirits around, your teddy bear get possessed, and it will get very freaky. So there are situations when dolls and these teddy bears and stuffed animals, they get possessed and polluted, and they will be causing problem in the house, like the haunted dolls. But if that's the case, the easy way to do it is to bust that thing and clean it up and reset the energy, and you can keep the thing again. So basically, with proper knowledge and power and skills that you can learn inside the lineage right here, you will be able to understand how these work, and also prevent a lot of disaster happening. Even you're not into statue, but if your kids are into all these dolls and stuff like that at home, one day, by chance, if your kid is so lucky to have a haunted doll, then what happened, right? You know how to clean it up right now. You know what's happening, because there goes the theory, the knowledge behind, right? That's very simple. It explains everything in the world. Every kind of different culture, religion, everything works the same way. Now remember, guys, when it gets to possession, that is always the fucked up point. Never trust any possessed medium. They're all going to screw you up. Okay? We are human beings. We have the power to control our life and control ourselves. We don't need other things to go into our body and use our body like we're robots. Okay, that's not natural. Okay, so basically that's it for today, and remember to go to my other channel to subscribe, like, and such. You can share this video around, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.